Hello, Don Jalbert here, Pace of Ownership Podcast. I'm going to be really quick about the small things because if you don't understand this, you're just never going to get it. Um, Years ago, I won a huge deal, changed trajectory of my life. So, what do? On the way home from the office, I grab a bottle of wine, get home, nobody's home. Wife's not there, kid's not there. Sit in the dining room. From there, I can see a large portion of my main floor. You see outside, beautiful day, some of the windows are open, hear the sound of the neighborhood. I sit there and drink the wine by myself and just enjoy the moment. It's like watching the sunset in Kansas. I mean, yeah, you can go to the Pacific Ocean, west coast of Florida, Cayman, watch the sunset and be like, ooh, ah. Can you enjoy one in Kansas? Can you enjoy the sun coming up on the Flint Hills in Kansas? Can you enjoy coming over a hill in New Mexico and see the whole desert vista open up before you? Gotta enjoy the small things. And if you can't enjoy the small things, well, it's like Friday Night Lights, like the blog post from Afghanistan. One time going and doing my normal thing, going from Afghanistan, the small things, Friday Night Lights, sitting there and talking to these kids and what they were doing and also how they transitioned. And it was just a moment in time. I'll never forget it. And going home and sitting there at a football game and nobody knowing what was going on in Afghanistan, nobody caring, everybody focused on the neighborhood watch, wine party, somebody had too much cleavage, somebody got too drunk, shit that goes on in suburbia. So you got to be able to enjoy the small things. Um, and back in the Air Force, a couple of small things. One major one is we got to hang out at someone's house. Somebody was house sitting, somebody was on vacation and house sitting, and so we went to the house and had a party, and we just had a barbecue. Beautiful sunny day, and I just said, "Take this in." Music was classic, like sitting on the dock of the bay, all the classic '60s, awesome summer songs. Nothing rocking, just all mellow, and cool. And we're sitting there. I'm just sitting there chilling, drinking a beer, Jack and Coke, and going, "I gotta remember this," and I do, just like the wine. When I was in Afghanistan, it was the kids, and I call them kids, and they're full grown ass adults defending this nation, shooting people, killing things, blowing shit up. To me, they were kids. Now it's moments with my wife, and when we can get them, enjoy them, even if it's on an airplane, at an airport, um, driving down the road, just playing cards. It doesn't have to be anything big because this is not a podcast about being big. This is one about the small things. Friday Night Lights, America. If you can't enjoy them, you're never going to be able to enjoy the big things. And, that big contract, I can't remember the dollar amount. It was significant. I just remember that. I have a number in my mind, but what's funny is it is the small things. It allows me to do things like this podcast, run a business, own a business, have fun, do things for people. And if you're just focused on the next deal, if you're just focused 100% on whatever, it's not going to be enough for you. It never will. So focus on the small things sometimes. It's definitely worth it. So very mellow, very low key podcast, but it's also very important that you remember these small things. So, hey, it's the pace of ownership, man. It's not a sprint every time. Sometimes you gotta be low key. And right before Christmas, if you can't think of the small things that make your life happy, then shame on you. Because life's too short to just worry about the big things. And I had a friend say one time, life is just a bunch of shit with some great moments in between the bunch of shit, but it's a bunch of shit between great moments. And so always remember those great moments. All right, Don Jalbert, Pace of Ownership Podcast. I want to wrap it up here. If you don't get it, you'll never will. Any questions, comments, concerns? Don at paceofownership.com. Don at paceofownership.com. Thanks for playing along. I'll talk to you next time.